Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt with our Saturday workout. Let's begin with our warm-up. 3 minutes of your choice, warm-up pace cardio, and then 2 rounds through. Grab your rope, one of the hanging ropes back there or one of the black ones that we'll have hanging on the rig. You can either practice foot pin work for climbing the rope, you can practice foot pin work for a rope-assisted pull-up, or you can practice your laybacks, but work on the grip warm-up. Practice how you're going to address the rope, are you going to jump, are you going to set your hands first and then bring your feet up, etc. But have a plan or work on your plan during the warm-up of what you're going to do for the rope climbing portion of the workout. And it should be scalable to all fitness levels, whether you've never done it before or whether you're very experienced at it. We'll get you something that will be challenging for you, and we'll grab something bigger than the barbell and that's a little bit more flexible, so that works different muscles in your grip when you're doing it. Okay, 8 reps of a kettlebell Romanian deadlift. You can go ahead and get the kettlebell you're going to work out with, because it's not a crazy amount of weight here. But RDL, so stretching out those hips and hamstrings, keeping those hips up nice and high and moving the kettlebell vertically. And then 8 reps of a burpee jump. So now we're just stretching out the hips and practicing that foot movement. So back to the plank position and then jumping up to where my heels of my hands are lined up with the toes of my feet. All right, that's my burpee jump, repping back and forth between those two. And then we're gonna go into the workout. So the workout has some sled pushes in it. So if you need to warm up the sled push a little bit because it is the heavier sled, go ahead and do a handful of little like mini pushes there. Anytime we do sleds that are a little bit heavy and you're trying to go fast, just be careful for the initial burst of acceleration that you apply to the sled. If you hit it really hard with a shock, that is the moment at which you're putting the most force on your tissues from like the foot, the ankle, the Achilles, hamstring, etc. And it is possible to strain one of those if you have not done the appropriate warm-up, or if it's just too soon in the season for it. But I would like for the sled pushes to be heavy. It's 8 total lengths of sled push for the whole workout, right? And you can rest in between. I would like you to not rest in the middle of the sled push, right? So whatever that means, if that just means digging in a little bit deeper and pushing harder to get to the end, it does not have to be a run necessarily, but I would like for it not to stop for the duration of the length of the parking lot. Turn it around, you can stand, rest, or let somebody else go and then push it back, all right? That is our sled push movement to start off, and then we're gonna have American kettlebell swing. So that is the overhead version, so from the hips all the way to overhead on the kettlebell. And especially at that hinging position, I like to reinforce of wrists tight to the hips, and the hinge should be my shoulders forward of my hands, right? So I don't want to hinge right here or my shoulders are right on top of my hands. There's a lot of strain on my back when I go to try to arrest that movement, like the kettlebell swinging down and my shoulders upright. All of the movement is stopped with my back, right? As opposed to swinging down and punching my hips backward like that. Now all of the movement is stopped by my hamstrings and my glutes, and that's a way better arrangement than using your back to do that movement. All right, and then you're gonna come and do 3 rope climbs, 6 laybacks, or 10 rope assisted pull-ups. And the rope assisted pull-up is just using your foot pin while you're doing pull-ups to get your chin above the bar, and then finish with 15 burpees, right? So burpee all the way down to the ground, all the way up overhead, and clap. And it's 4 rounds for time of that workout. It should be a great one for a Saturday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this week of training, and I'll see you guys on Monday.